Hi, this is Mina, Nicole, owner of Elegant Occasions Event Center and Ground Zero Business Group. I'm here today to talk to you all about passion versus a paycheck. And also, we just want to take a minute to acknowledge what's going on in memory of George Floyd, as well as Blackout Tuesday. So we're going to talk about that a little later in the program, and we just want to know that we are watching what's going on with everyone, and our prayers go out to those that are out there protesting, the Floyd family as well. But we are going to bring attention to Black businesses on today, as well as other issues that's going on in the community. But we're here today with Chris Jones of Classic Carpet Cleaning, and we're going to have a great discussion today. And thank you all for joining in. Thank you for those that have been watching our show to get started. I'd like to introduce my special guest, Mr. Chris Jones, Classic Carpet Cleaning. Chris, how you doing today?
Doing fine. Thank you very much for having me.
Good. So, Chris, can you tell us about Classic Carpet Cleaning and what inspired you to get started in your own business?
Well, I kind of stumbled into my passion,
Okay.
and I've always, when I was young and single, I always had a knack for keeping my apartment clean,
Okay.
and I enjoyed the carpet cleaning aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
And never knowing that years later I was going to wind up really getting deep into it. And so I used to run a carpet distribution center, but prior to that, I stepped out and tried to have my own carpet cleaning business. And I started enjoying it so much, I started my business by renting the rug doctor machine from the Winn-Dixie on Roosevelt Highway. There was a Winn-Dixie in that plaza.
Uh-huh.
And by day, I would go out and pass out flyers.
Okay.
And when people would call, I would go to that grocery store and rent the rug doctor. And I thought I was Stanley Steamer then. I was developing my business, and I really enjoyed it so much that I couldn't wait until the next day. And I would turn it into the grocery store in the evening and tell the employees, don't rent this to anybody because I'm going to need it tomorrow. I'm booked up tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
So that's how that happened. And I knew then there was something about it that I enjoyed. I wound up stepping away from that and got into another field. I was a bodyguard for the coach of the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
And I did that for the whole 92 season when the Georgia Dome first opened up. And then I was put back in the direction again. I wound up working at a carpet distribution center.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just a forklift driver shipping carpet around the country. And I wound up about a year later, I wound up being the manager of the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
Then they wound up getting into carpet cleaning also.
Wow.
So in order to advance in that company, I was the first technician they sent off to school for carpet cleaning. Now here I am back cleaning carpet again. And I knew at that point, that's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And I wanted to do it for them. I wasn't thinking about my own business. We traded on NASDAQ. That company traded on NASDAQ. And they reported one year false earnings. And the government shut the company down. Now here I am with that passion and the knowledge because they sent me to school for it. And I always had a burning desire to have my own business. And carpet cleaning is what I chose. And we're talking 28 years ago.
Wow. Wow. And right now, we're still in the midst of COVID-19. How has that had any, if at all, how has that impacted your business?
Well, because I've been cleaning carpet for 27, 28 years, I've got a large clientele. My business, it affected everybody.
Okay.
And my business probably dropped off about 50%. And which that 50% gave me a little bit of break because we go 7 days a week. Because it's my passion, I work 7 days a week and I enjoy it because it's my passion. So I was able to get a little bit of break, stay at home and stay healthy and stay safe. And now that things have lifted, business is back booming like it was. Although we're wearing gloves, we're wearing masks, shoe covers, I carry hand sanitizer and all of that.
Okay, good. And how have you been able to maintain your business presence in the midst of everything going on?
When you say business presence, meaning
As far as your advertising?
Okay. So what I do, I have in the service industry nowadays, if you don't have an online presence, you're really not in business. Because when people are searching for services, they're going to be on Google.
Right.
They're going to be online on Facebook. You can do your own little commercial, your own ads on Facebook, and that kind of thing. I have an ongoing SEO that I do.
And what is the SEO for those that don't know?
Search engine optimization.
Okay.
So what happens is I hired a company out of Phoenix, Arizona, and the name of that company is Adds Up, ADZZUP. And what happens is I pay them a fee every month. Okay, they keep my listing #1 on Google in the parts of town that I paid for.
Okay.
So I have gotten over the last probably 5 or 6 years, I've centralized my operation near my shop.
Okay.
And so the less travel time, the more jobs you can do in a day, the more profit you can make. The less depreciation on your vehicle, the less headache with traffic. So all of my stuff is in the Austell, Mapleton area.
Okay.
And so my online presence is ongoing.
Okay.
I pay that fee and they do their thing and my phone rings and everybody's happy.
And SEO is a powerful thing. And just a quick
Sure.
plug, that's one thing that we're going to be talking about in our Ground Zero business group, starting from the bottom on this Sunday, which is June 7th. So if you are interested, please feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. You can send me a direct message at Elegant Occasions Event Center, and we're going to have Brittany Faith Davis with All Inclusive Media, and she's going to be talking about SEO. So if you don't know what that is, you're a little confused about it, definitely tune in for that. It's a free course, so I'm for sure you'll get a lot of great information from it. So back to Chris. Chris, right now with everything that's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement, Blackout Tuesday, and a lot of protests for George Floyd, there's a lot of encouragement from social media for people to support Black businesses. And right now, you as a business owner, and I personally have known you for the past 6 years since I've been in business, you're the only person who I allowed in my venue to come and clean my venue. You clean my home and everything. And the reason why I really enjoy your service is because of your passion for what it is that you do. You aren't in it necessarily for the money. Of course, money is a byproduct of your business, but the main thing is your passion and your desire for carpet. And that's something that I love. And as a Black business owner, I know that we have to be above the fray, basically.
Sure.
We can't just be mediocre. We have to be better.
Right.
And that's something that has been instilled upon us since we've been growing up. I've heard that in middle school, elementary school, from my parents, and even as businesses. I get a lot of clients that come in here that say, I'm a little hesitant maybe about doing business with a Black business, but I let them know and I communicate that, it's important that I go above and beyond. And I do what I say I'm going to do. I'm here when I say I'm going to be here. I'm open when I say I'm going to be here. And my prices are what they are.
Sure.
So why is that important to the success of a business?
Well, first of all, I believe in two things I want to say. Number one, you only get one chance at the first impression. And on that first impression, if you show up and show out, you got a customer for life.
Correct.
And you also have another vein of advertisement, word of mouth.
Right.
That's more powerful than a TV commercial because you're hearing it from a friend who has used the service. Okay. And also, when you show up and show out, there's different ways that can increase your chance of showing up and showing out. If you come on, punctuality is the number one thing.
Yes.
Punctuality, come in uniform, come with a truck that represents a quality service.
Correct.
be well-spoken and knowledgeable about your business.
Correct.
But all of that leads to one major thing. If it's your passion, it's going to show in how you move. It's going to show in your language. It's going to show in your vehicle in the driveway.
Right.
It's going to show with your equipment. Because when it's your passion, you're going to put your all into it. And if you take that sacrifice and put your all into your business will take care of you. I can promise you that. A lot of people look at carpet cleaning as if it's just a hard labor situation, and it may be to some people. But if it's your passion, I'm 60 years old. I did 2 houses today blindfolded. They were big houses. And I did some other things also. But the equipment makes it easy on me. And when you work in your passion, it's like you don't even have a job. You know, you're going to work having fun. So your passion will bleed into so many different areas. You know, how you walk, how you handle yourself with your customer. And customers watch and they see how you're into your job. I want somebody that comes to do work in my house that's really into what they do. Because trust and believe they're going to do a good job because they're really excited about it.
I totally agree. And
I think I got excited by talking about it. But that's just me. This is my passion.
Right.
This is provided a life for me, and I love it. And
And that's how you know it's a passion, because you talking about corporate is like me talking about events. I get so excited, and when I'm sitting here talking to clients and they ask me about some ideas and they tell me what they're envisioning for the event, I get so excited.
Sure.
And it comes from within, and as I'm sitting there, I can see different visions and different things about what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And a few weeks ago, I met this other business owner who owns an event venue, and she was like, I opened my venue and I just wanted to do tables and chairs. I said, well, that's the wrong mentality.
Sure.
I said, that's the wrong mentality, because you have to have more into it than just tables and chairs. Mm-hmm. Tables and chairs is just, you're just trying to make money.
Right.
But I spoke with her and I'm like, what is the reason that you're doing this? You have to put more into it, and that shows in your pricing sheet. That shows in your presentation. That shows in the overall venue, the cleanliness of the venue as well too. And for me, my passion is something that I would do for free.
There you go.
And I put on Facebook earlier today, what is your passion? And this is something that I would do for free.
Sure.
Doing events, if I could, I would.
Sure.
But doing events, planning events, coordinating events, and even now my new passion that I'm grateful that God has revealed to me during this time is teaching other business owners how to grow their business.
Sure.
And how to start their business. So this is something that I am doing for free with my workshops once a month. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important to just know what it is that you want to do, and not really do it for a paycheck. Because if you do it for a paycheck, then you're going to get frustrated. Sure. Because that money isn't going to come.
That's right.
As soon as you may want it to come. For me starting my business, I was told, hey, make sure that you have some money on reserves, because starting out, you're not going to make this.
Right.
Make money, basically. So you're basically working off a passion. And even now, during COVID-19, my business just opened up on June 1st. Mm-hmm. So that passion has what have kept me going for the past 2 months, mm-hmm. not having any income coming in or anything like that. And it's just important for the success of my business, because like you said, people see that.
Oh yeah, they see it.
People see that. And the passion is what gets you through the challenges
right.
of your business. And speaking of challenges, what are some of the challenges that you might have faced starting out 28 years ago with a new business as a Black business owner?
The main challenge was building my clientele. I was going out, times have changed now. We got the internet now. The only form of advertising I had was passing out flyers to get new customers. And I wanted to do a good job because I wanted them to call me back, and I wanted them to tell someone else. And my passion drove me through all of that. Mm-hmm. And I was able to start a clientele. Advertisement in my business is an ongoing thing. Just like the SEO, that's ongoing. They take a draft out of my checking account once a month, and they optimize the system so that I'm number one on the internet.
I have 5-star reviews. That comes from a passion in doing a good job. People make decisions on what other people think about your business.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the reviews come in. When they share their experience in a 5-star form on my website or on the SEO, people look at that. People call and say, "Hey, I just saw you on Google and you're killing it because everybody loves the work that you do. Is this
Right.
Chris?" And I say, "Yes, it is." "Oh, you're the guy that was on Shark Tank." Well, I was never on Shark Tank,
Mm-hmm.
but I got an endorsement from one of
Right.
the sharks. So, you know, it's ongoing. You always want to get new customers,
Right.
and everything takes care of itself. So.
Yeah. And I would also like to add, Chris is one of the only business owners I know that has a 5-star review on Google. I mean, mine is like maybe a 4.5, 4.6,
Right.
but even the top restaurants, I have never seen a 5-star review. So kudos to
Right.
you
Thank
for
you.
having that. That's not something that's easy to maintain
No, it's
or
not.
achieve, because you always have clients that, you know, has issues, you know, with anything. I know here at the event center, it's an art to respond to negative
Sure.
reviews. It's an art to dealing with difficult customers, but to have a 5-star review, that says a lot about you, your work ethic, and your business as a whole.
It does. It makes me feel good, and it takes care of the company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of work ethic, how does your work ethic drive your business? Because one thing I know about you, Chris, you have
I know what you're
the
gonna say.
top-notch work ethic that I've ever seen. And even today, we were meeting. I asked Chris to be here at 6:00. Chris was here at 5:45. If Chris is going to come to your house, just as a warning, to do your carpet, just be sure to be ready at least 15 minutes before, because he is going to be knocking on your door. But outside of just being prompt, just his professionalism all around is just like above any that I've seen, and I've learned a lot from him. But what drives that work ethic?
My passion. I love doing what I do. I'm excited and look forward to challenges. I've been to school for carpet cleaning. I want to see dirt when I come in a house, in a home. I want to see the biggest problem that you're having with your carpet.
Okay.
And I want to do everything in my power to remove that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a hero. I under promise and over satisfy in every
That's
home
right.
that I come in.
That's right.
And that's work for me.
That's right.
So I want to see the dirtiest area when I do my pre-walkthrough. And I'm already, when I see these spots, I'm telling my customer what's going to come out, what may be a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And the stains that it may be a challenge, I already know in my mind I'm going to knock that out the park, because I've already under-promised them on that stain. And if I can remove it, I'll stop. After I remove it, get my customer and have them come up and look. Remember that stain you had over there? Can you see it now? You know.
You're right.
And, you know, just try and satisfy my customer.
And that shows your love, and that shows that it's not just about the money.
Right.
Because I know with some companies, they charge you extra for certain things.
Right.
And sometimes it's about the relationship
That's
with
exactly
that customer. Because the money's going to come, you know.
That's right.
And you're not basically trying to sell that customer. You're trying to sell the customers that they're going to refer, and the customers that are coming after you. So in my business as an event center, you know, I already have the business of that client that booked that event. I'm trying to win the business of the 100 other people that's already in
Sure.
here. So I have to make sure that what I'm doing, you know, it stands out. You know, I'm going above and beyond, whether it's with my staff, whether it's with customer service, the cleanliness of the facility, just my interaction with them, just to make sure that, hey, let them know, hey, I want to have your business too. And I like that, under promise but over deliver.
That's right.
And another business owner told me that when I first started as well too. And I tell my customers, what's on our pricing sheet? At minimum, that's what you're going to get at minimum. I'm not going to take anything from you. This is what we'll provide. If anything, I might throw something in else for you. And I think that's really important when it comes to business. And why is work ethic, period, important in the business? And especially, of course, our Black businesses. How does that translate into having a successful business?
Well, you you have to have work ethic to make you stand out from everyone else. You have to tell the people what you're going to do and do what you only promise what you can provide. And hard work pays.
Right.
Hard work pays off. The sacrifice you make building your clientele and building your business will, in a short period of time, take care of you down the road. And it all comes from work ethic.
Right. And that's something that starts from the bottom.
Exactly.
And that's one of the things that we talk about in our Ground Zero business workshops is building a firm business foundation.
Sure.
Because that's something that you always want to have with you, whether it's day 1 or day 28. Once you start off with it, that's going to carry you throughout your business, basically. And that's important. And unfortunately, there's a lot of businesses that don't have a great work ethic. A lot of restaurants that have the best food, but if their customer service is poor, I'm not going there.
And that's
at
another
all.
thing I want to jump in on that. As far as work ethic goes, every home is different. Every people that live in every home their standards are different. So you're going to run into different situations, different problems that customer may be having in their life. You've got to go the extra mile for
Right.
every situation is not going to be the same. And if you go the extra mile for someone, it can create all kind of business for you.
Right.
You never know who they know, and your customer, your first time doing this customer, they may own a restaurant.
Right.
They may have a family member that owns a restaurant, and it all just going the extra mile and work ethic will get you there.
I totally agree with that. And even for me, I try and do the best that I can to just make sure that everyone has a great experience when they come in here. Of course, you're not able to please everyone,
That's right.
but we definitely do our best to make sure that we can provide a top-notch level of service from when they come in here for a tour to when they leave at the end of the night for their event. And that's making sure that all of our vendors are consistent with our brand as well too, because the vendors, they not only represent themselves, but they're representing Elegant Occasions.
Sure.
And any vendor I have, they already know what time it is when it comes to representing Elegant Occasions. I don't take anybody or anything like that. It's not about your food. It's not about your display. It's not about your balloons. It's about your work ethic. And I let them know before I take your card, I need to see your work ethic. I need to make sure that you're here on time. I need to make sure that your setup, is consistent with what we're trying to project here. I need to make sure that you're a professional when you come in here, because you can have the best food in the world, but your customer service and your attitude sucks.
Right.
So I'm not looking to do any business with you at that point.
Right.
But I just want to relay to anyone that's watching out there, if you are in business, just make sure that, your brand is consistent across the board, whether it's with your vendors, whether it's with anyone that's helping you, and just make sure that your customer service is basically where it needs to be, because that's going to determine the longevity of your business. And with that passion, Chris, and with the work ethic, what's the difference, you think, with someone that's working for profit versus working for passion?
Well, your patience level is going to be very short. If you're working for money and not for passion, you're going to expect a return immediately, and that's unrealistic, which is going to cause you to be impatient.
Yes.
That's going to make for a long day for yourself, and it's going to show with your customer. Working for a passion, like you said, you can do it for free. I find myself, and my wife can attest to this, on days when I don't have, I do something for my business every day.
Okay.
Very seldom will I not have anything to do.
Okay.
And a day when I have nothing to do is a day. It's a bad day for me, and my wife can see it.
Okay.
I will go and start my machine up, bring it home, and clean my own carpet.
Okay.
On days I'm doing something. But I do something for my business every day. If it's not just cold calling a customer, and I can do callbacks and say, hey, it's been 6 months. Just giving you a friendly reminder where you are with your carpet. It's been 6 months. If you need us, now I can do a text blast with my CRM.
Okay.
And I can go to all of my customers that I haven't cleaned for in 6 months. Pressing a button.
What is a CRM?
Customer relation management.
Okay.
And it does I mean, I run my business off my CRM, from scheduling
Wow.
to I can get my profit and loss statement.
Wow, okay.
I can send out text blasts or email blasts to customers.
Okay.
It tells me what I did a year ago, this month, a year ago, what my numbers were like.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it's tax time, I can just email the information from my CRM to my tax guy
Okay.
and make his life easy.
Okay.
I don't have to go rumbling through papers
Right.
and getting receipts and all of
Right.
that. Everything is on my iPhone,
Okay.
on my app for my CRM.
I'm gonna have to check that
Yeah,
out.
I've gotten high tech now.
Yeah, I see.
I went from flyers to CRMs now. Yeah.
Started from the bottom, now
but-
you're here.
Yeah. So business has really pushed me in a way where I had become educated on
Right.
things that I wasn't.
Right.
You know, I had to grow with the time.
Right. And that's something that I'm learning to do too. One of my struggles have been social media. So I'm definitely learning to do that. Of
And
course,
it's huge.
I'm in front of the camera right now,
Sure.
but this is a huge leap for me. And I started really getting into it once COVID-19 hit. So
Okay.
I was afforded the time, because that's one thing that I just didn't have time to do, is really engage in social media. So I've learned a lot. I've learned how to use it. I'm still learning from it, but that's one of the things that I found that has really kind of grown my business
Sure.
as well too. What is the one thing that you think kind of took your business to the next level?
The main thing there's two things that took my business to another level. I am associated with some people that are colleagues of mine, and we share information.
Okay.
And that's how I learned about the SEO.
Okay.
That brought on a lot because people are shopping on Google.
Right.
That brought a lot of people on. But also when I met Barbara on Shark Tank,
Okay.
that video I did with her was a life-changing situation because of the power of influence.
Right.
And I incorporated that video, it's a 13-second video. I incorporated that into my website. And my website is on my vehicle. My website is on all of when I'm advertising on Facebook.
Okay.
I have a Facebook page for my company.
Okay.
And so the link for my website is on there. People will click on it. If they're interested, they'll click on it. Once they click on it, they see that 13-second video.
Right.
And I'm with Barbara Corcoran on the Shark Tank show.
Right.
And it's like, and she's bragging about how well I do her content.
Right.
So because she's somebody,
Right.
it's like Tyler Perry, the power of influence, because Oprah said something good about
Yeah.
him,
That's
his
true.
life changed
That's true.
because of the power of influence.
That's
So God, and that's a whole nother subject,
Say that.
but that's the most important subject.
Right. Right.
God
Right.
preordained
Yeah.
so many things in my life
Yes.
that if I really get in depth with it, I'm already feeling it coming right now. So I don't want to start crying, but I get emotional when I talk about God because God put things in my life that changed my life for the better. And it brought me into my passion. God brought me to my passion. And he took my passion from a little seed and grew it into a monster.
Wow.
So I'm just going to say that because I'm already,
Wow.
hair standing up on my arms and all that, getting ready to turn into a gorilla. but yeah, that was huge.
That's awesome. And I would say over the past 2 months that I've been doing these interviews, I've really come in contact with some great people.
Sure.
I mean, great people that are operating in their passion.
Sure.
So this is not just a business, but this is something that they were led to do.
Sure.
And you can tell they're passionate about it just by talking to them.
Yeah.
And I have really enjoyed that so much. And even just sitting here talking to you, I'm like, wow, there's somebody else that shares the same excitement.
And it's such a blessing to be able to know what your passion is. The average person in this country works a job to retirement in life,
Right.
doing something that they don't like.
Right.
It's a pain in the neck on Monday morning after a weekend to go to work. And I'm blessed to have work in my passion.
Right.
And I work my passion every day.
Right. Yeah.
It's a blessing for me to be able to walk out to a new truck that's laid out with state-of-the-art equipment and get in there and go to my first customer.
Mm.
So when you work in your passion, you'll be there 15 minutes early. Because you can't wait to satisfy that person.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm known for that. just like you were saying, you know.
And it's funny because one of the things that so many people ask, like ministers and stuff, how do I find my purpose and my passion? And that's something that, like you, I've been blessed to know, and God has revealed another passion, as I mentioned earlier, my workshops where I can help other business owners.
Sure.
And that's something that was spoken into my life when I first started my business, and I didn't see it then, but God has put me in a position to fulfill that. And even with the event center, I never thought I would own an event center. I'm like, I don't have the money to do that, and I don't have, the time to operate. Sure. I don't know how to operate a business. I was doing events and stuff on the side, but it wasn't a full-fledged brick and mortar business. Mm-hmm. But God has enabled me to even be here. You talk about crying. I said I wasn't going to even do this today either. Yeah. But today, God put in my spirit that basically whatever you do, you have to work at it wholeheartedly. Sure. And he said that you don't do it for men, but you do it for God.
That's right.
And I tell people all the time, I appreciate the likes and, the followers and all that, but likes and followers, I'm not doing it for that. Right. I'm doing it for God. And God has kept me through these past 2 months. He's kept me through these past 6 years. But it's a testament to me and my business. It's something that I can look back on down the line to know that I survived Corona. I mean, because there's a lot of businesses, even businesses sure. that's in this complex right now, unfortunately wasn't able to reopen after the pandemic. But I thank God that I'm still here. And I don't take that lightly. And the only thing that has kept me here is my passion, because I know this is what God has called me to do. And I know he's not going to take it away from me until I fulfill what it is that he has called me to do. Sure. And I hope, those that are out there watching, that you will, find your purpose as well too, even if it is cleaning carpet or even if it is cleaning houses, whatever that is. The lady who I have that cleans my building, she loves to clean. I've never met anybody that loves to clean, but that's her passion. Sure. And when you see her work, you understand why she loves to clean. When I first started, she said, I clean your building for free just to show you how well I can clean. Right. And that was 6 years ago, and right. she's still here. So whatever you do, whatever that is, if you're braiding hair, if you walking dogs, grooming dogs, or whatever it is, just be passionate about what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And Chris, as we start wrapping up and get ready to close, what is one thing that sets your carpet cleaning business apart from all the other ones out there?
Well, my knowledge of what I do. I got formal education when it comes to the carpet cleaning business. My passion definitely is the driving engine that separates me. Work ethic, how I represent myself in the customer's home. It's just so many things all together in one. That's a tough one.
Okay.
But there's a lot of things that my confidence, number one. Right. My confidence. If there's a stain, I tell my customers all the time, if they have a stain in their home and I'm not able to get it out, mm-hmm. or if they ask a question about a stain, mm-hmm. any answer that I give my customers, they can go on YouTube, mm-hmm. and my answer will support everything that they hear on YouTube. Right. I'm giving them textbook answers because I've learned about that, right. Which gives me the confidence to answer and take on any kind of situation in the home. Mm-hmm.
And I know personally from personal experience that I had a stain in my home, and you was like, watch me get that out. and you got it out. And even owning an event venue, there's a lot of stains that's in here. It's like every time I get the carpet cleaned, that next event, there's a stain on the floor. And I'm like, oh my God, I just got this carpet cleaned. But everything is restored back to new. And this is, again, my personal testimony from using his services in my business and in my home. And Chris, what's some advice that you would give to inspiring business owners as they start out, and those who are trying to discover what their passion is?
Okay, this is a real simple one right here. If you're going to take on something, you're going to start trying to develop a business. Give it your all. I mean, go outside of what you would normally do. Don't treat it like it's just a job. Give it your all. And if you just jump out there and just do everything you can to make it work, it'll work for you. You got to give it your all. It's just like a marriage. You're going to get out of your business what you put in it. It's just like Social Security. You're only going to draw from Social Security what you will put in.
Right.
In a marriage, you're going to get out of your marriage what you put in. And your business, you're going to get out of your business what you put in. Mm-hmm. A little sacrifice in the beginning will take care of you later on.
Right. And I totally agree with that.
I'm a living example of it.
I totally agree, because in business you have to put everything.
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 You got to get up and go when you get a call and you're in the bed.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get some rest. You got to go.
Yeah.
Because you got to lock that customer in. Mm-hmm. Once you build that clientele, it's going to take care of it.
Right.
Through covert, through a down housing market in 2009, 2011, 12, 13, it'll take care of you.
And what advice would you have to those that are out there that's getting frustrated because they aren't seeing a monetary return already from their business?
Well, you've got to put into your business for a long time.
Can you say that again?
You got to, the money you get, you can't go and buy some Jordans or,
can you say that again?
Or, you can't get a Corvette or anything like that. You got to put it back into your business. Mm-hmm. And your passion and your work ethic is going to cause you to do that. Your passion for the business is going to make you want to go out and buy uniforms instead of buying a nice pair of jeans that just came out or whatever. You're going to sacrifice personal things for your business.
Right.
Because your passion is going to drive you to do that.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
When I was single years ago, I didn't have a car. Mm-hmm. I was going out on dates in my company truck. True story.
I believe.
Yeah, I didn't have a car or anything like that. And I didn't care about the car. The car I have now is very nice to a lot of people. Right. But I love my van, my company truck, more than I love my car.
Right.
Really. I feel better in my company truck than I do in my car.
And that's a whole nother conversation in itself, how people see the end result. They might see the car, but they don't know what you had to go through to get to that car.
Yeah, to
you
get
know
to
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing here. People don't know the backstory, and that's one of the things that I'm, hoping to share with people, the backstory of how businesses got started, the backstory of the struggles. The stuff that you don't see on Instagram, you see all the glitz and the glam and stuff like that, but you don't know the struggles that went into posting that picture or that business. And right now, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't have anything to post because there's no glitz and glam to post right now. But what people really need to hear is that struggle, because the struggle is where the story is.
The fruit is in the struggle.
The fruit is in the struggle.
All of the stuff that's going to carry you through is in the struggle. Mm-hmm. All the valuable lessons, the mistakes that you make, all of that's in the struggle.
Yes. So to those business owners that have not maybe seen a return, that may have been in business 1 year or 2 years, just keep at it. I mean, it takes time, it takes money. It takes dedication, it takes blood, sweat, tears, frustration, prayer, all of that. But you have to really just know that that struggle is going to help somebody else down the line as well. There's no easy way to starting business or anything like that. And there's no guarantee in business. But I think if you put everything that you have into it, your passion is there, your dedication, your work ethic is there, I think down the line you'll be okay. And you will have a successful business once everything comes together.
That's right.
Yeah, once everything comes together.
Preparation, and at the intersection of preparation and opportunity, you'll find success every single time. If you're prepared and a person gives you a chance, you can show out.
I like that.
And that'll take you. That's one of the valuable lessons I got when I was a kid from my father. That flew over my head so high. He said, son, at the intersection of preparation and opportunity, that's where success lies.
I like that.
And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And now I'm preaching that.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right.
but that's, you know, life lessons that you learn as you go.
Right.
So,
And Chris, how can the viewers get in contact with you if they're interested in hiring you
okay.
to come and clean their house or their business?
My direct line is 404-819-0549. You can find me on the web at classic-carpetcleaning.com. And you can see the video with me and Barbara on Shark Tank on that if you go to my website.
And what about your Facebook or social media?
Facebook is Classic Carpet Cleaning.
Okay. Okay. And Chris, that's all that I have. I mean, that was like a mouthful in itself, and there's so much more that we can unwrap there. And I just wanted to, again, just take a minute to just highlight our Black businesses. Of course, Elegant Occasions Event Center, Classic Carpet Cleaning. I've had Travis Townsend from Townsend and Lockett Law Firm on here. He's a great attorney if you're looking for an attorney. I've had Brianna Washington from Black Market Media, who's a media consultant. She gave us some great information. C.G. Townsend of Balanced and Not Busy, as well as Kim Mays with State Farm. So there's a lot of content that I've been posting with a lot of Black business owners and what they're doing in their communities. So I encourage you to just go through some of those videos and just listen to what they have to say. Listen to how they have grown their business and what they have done to basically sustain their business during this time. And it is very important for us as a community to not just only support Black businesses on this Tuesday, but to support Black businesses every day as well. And also to those that are out there protesting, just be safe. Remember what all started this, and my prayers goes out to George Floyd as well as the other parents that have lost loved ones. But I just really hope that everything gets better than where we are right now. But to Chris, thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
For being here. I can't say that enough. On next week, we're going to have again another Black business owner, Ms. Paula Taylor of A Main Event Rent. She's one of my vendors. She provides different items for your event. She provides tents, furniture, chairs, linen, decor, catering, anything that you would need for your business. And that's just basically an event roundtable. We took a minute to just sit down and talk about what we're doing as businesses in the event industry to prepare for the return of our customers. As I mentioned, we recently opened here at Elegant Occasions on June 1st. So we are definitely prepared for the return of our customers with the CDC guidelines. And I just ask that you all tune into that video, go out and support your restaurants, your businesses, and everything, because we definitely need to get back to where we were before all of this. So thank you for your support in advance. Thank you for watching. Again, this is Mina, Nicole with Elegant Occasions Event Center, and thank you for joining me for another Talk It Out Tuesday. And thank you again to Chris Jones of Classic Carpet Cleaning for being our special guest on today. Thank you.